Was Rangers being awarded a penalty for the elbow to John Souttar the correct decision? Welcome back to Fog Football. It split the ranks, but most people think it was. But then you listen to some pundits, Chris Sutton, Chris Boyd actually agreeing that it was soft and it probably shouldn't have been a penalty. Then you've got Dermot Gallagher saying it was 100% a penalty. Then you've got us two saying it wasn't a penalty. It's definitely split the ranks, but we're going to go into the comments. We've got 1,000 votes on it. 66% have voted yes, it should have been a penalty to Rangers. 34% have voted no, it shouldn't have been a penalty to Rangers. Is this going to be simply, if you support Celtic, you're going to vote no, if you support Rangers, you're going to vote yes? Well, I mean, I support Rangers, and I disagree. I don't think it was a penalty. Right, a lot of people said, oh, but it's the letter of the law, and I've even admitted it's the letter of the law, but it's the Alistair Johnston thing. You can't think the Alistair Johnston wasn't a penalty and think this is. Right? They're cut for the same cloth, but the reality is they were both given, so therefore they're actually showing consistency. And here, I'm not going to complain about this penalty being given, because even if it's not a penalty, I'll take Rangers getting the penalty if it means we win the game. But it didn't actually matter. And there was also a retake in there that didn't work. Now, it seems like in the days that have passed, there's been a bit of light shone in that, and it's revealed that because Scott Wright was the only one that actually touched the ball, that's why they couldn't retake it. Sounds like a load of shit to me, to be honest. But anyway, let's dive in to the results. 66% voted yes, that should have been a penalty awarded, while 34% voted no. So we're going to go into the comments and see what they think. And we kick off with Whammy. If it happens anywhere else in the pitch, it's a foul. A foul in the 18-yard box, a penalty. Correct decision for me. Yeah, I get that logic, but I think, as you and Cameron said in the Big Scottish Football podcast, fouls outside the box are far more lenient than fouls inside the box. I think that's the way.
Fouls inside the box are game changing.
Yep.
I mean, can we really start punishing people for accidental collisions with their fists or their elbows or their heads?
Yep. Yeah. It's a tough one, like it is.
No, but I don't mind if people believe this is a penalty, and they also believe that the Celtic one on Johnson's a penalty, or if they believe they're not penalties. My issue is when people are just so fucking biased, and depending on what team they support, they're claiming one's a penalty, one's a stonewall, and the other one's not.
Yeah, that's the issue, isn't it? That's the real
That's
issue.
the issue for me, like.
David Hutchins says, if that happens outside the box, it's a free kick, so it's a penalty to Rangers. Laughing emojis. Is he even thinking there that it might not be? I don't know. But Blair says, it's only a debate because it happened for Rangers. Any other team in the league, especially the mob, and the ref gives the penalty straight away, no need for VAR. Unless the ref genuinely didn't see it, and if so, there's a whole other issue. Yeah, but I think the problem is, though, it's with the Johnston one in this, it was an arm and a head. Like, if Souttar gets wiped out by the guy's legs, more often than not, well, I say more often than not, when someone gets tackled, right, by the feet of an opponent or legs, you're going to think it's way more of a penalty than if someone uses an arm or their head, because you're just so much. Tackles are usually with the legs. Now, I get it. There was a Celtic penalty against Livingston, but I think Kyogo flung himself into that, as we looked at yesterday. Marcone says if it was suits on the defender, it would be a free kick. But see, I think in that instance, they do favour the defenders and the goalkeeper a lot. Like, see if the goalkeeper elbowed Souttar here, I'm not too. See the amount of, love. It's almost like love that they've got for the goalkeeper. Like, the goalkeeper can just get poked and they would give a free kick. But I can agree with that. Anything in the opposition box is always a penalty. It's always wrong. But this is bent Scotland. There you go. Whatever that means. Sledge says player was waving his arm about like no one's business and it caught Souttar. I honestly don't know why this is up for debate. Well, it's up for debate because, I wouldn't say it's clear and obvious. Some people would argue that, but anyway, an elbow in the face is a foul in the penalty box is a penalty. Scotland needs to decide if they want the kind of football played over the world or their own hybrid of football and Aussie rules. See, if he used his elbow, right, to stop Souttar getting the ball deliberately, then I think, yes, it is a penalty. But he's jumped. I think it's very soft, but Chris Boyd did say it's soft, harder boiled, that's it. Never a penalty, but it's Sevco, so the brethren will look after them. Right, quadruple treble, mate. You got an exact same penalty for the Alistair Johnston incident, so you can reel that in. Jamie says, see, it's the same thing as believing a liar. You believe him once, 2 times, but after that you no longer believe he's telling the truth. It's the same path Sevco went on. Cantwell tried it with his high jump. I believe only he had crosswind that day, so the airlift is inexplicable. What? but sealed his fate by being a lying, cheating, diving princess. And Serco, as you are well aware, of brand penalty. Right, Jamie's on the gear there. I don't know what he's trying to talk about there. Absolute mince. Mr. RFC says it's a yellow and a foul day long outside the box. 100% penalty in my opinion. It's a foul, but other teams don't get these kind of penalties against the old firm. The real question is who 20 minutes? I had 15, 56 and coming. Yeah, I had 10 seconds till Rangers got a penalty. You know, corruption, brilliant. I love it. Give us all the penalties. The Bruin says last 22 games between Rangers and Celtic at Parkhead. Rangers 9 red cards, Celtic 0 red cards. Last 23 years at Celtic Park, Rangers 1 penalty, Celtic 9 penalties, Ibrox. That tells you all you need to know, doesn't it? Malcolm Horton 8848 says, and it begins, the narrative being set for next week, although it was undoubtedly a Stonewall penalty, up the pressure on referees. Yeah, I mean, how long did Alan Stubbs has wheeled out to repeat some pish that, the referee told me as long as you're playing against my beloved Rangers, I will not give you fuck all. The sweet root of hee-haw. Dundee Taylor says, it was a clear penalty, it was arm to face, Dermot Gallagher on ref watch agreed, but yeah, here, see Dermot Gallagher, I'm not questioning the guy, right? Well, I am questioning the guy, but his credentials, he's been a referee, he was a referee for a long time, but the same guys here that are backing Dermot Gallagher to the hilt is when seeing he disagreed with Rangers fans, it's, he's got a Celtic season ticket.
Yeah, you can't win. Like, I mean, you can't just say that you can't take Dermot Gallagher as gospel when he agrees with the decision that you think's right, but then when he doesn't, it's like you turn your back on him. He's just a referee at the end of the day. He'll get things right, he'll get things wrong. Just because he agrees with you on a certain decision does not mean you're right.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's been many Rangers fans that have felt a certain way, and Dermot Gallagher thought that Dessers was a foul on Lagerbielke.
Yeah, he did.
I thought it was a perfectly good goal.
Yep, same.
Does that mean that Dermot Gallagher's right then, and that was a foul, and that goal shouldn't have counted? So, I mean, Dermot Gallagher, yeah, he gets some right, he gets some wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I think with these instances, right, you've got to look at it and flip the situation. If John Souttar, right, is going up for the ball against Martin Boyle, sadly last time that happened, Martin Boyle left the pitch in a stretcher, right, but he's back playing, he's alright. Say the exact same thing happens, right, at Ibrox, and Souttar catches Boyle while going up for the ball from a corner. Are the Rangers fans that want a penalty here going to be saying, well, you know what, that's fair enough, that should be a penalty to Hibs? Of course we're not, right? And it's the same with the Alice. I'm not going to flip-flop because this one benefited us. Now here, will I welcome the penalty? Absolutely. I'll welcome the penalty. See if we get the exact same thing against Celtic next week. I'll be like, you know what, fantastic, even though I don't think it should be one. But here, it's the way people... It is written in the law that it should be a penalty, but the Lagerbielke Dessers thing was also written in the law. But I think that law's a load of shite.
Yeah, we just need to go with common sense, man.
Here, do we see what law's been written in today on April Fool's Day in Scotland? That's a load of fucking shite. Maybe law, but still a load of shite, isn't it?
It is a load of shite, but let's not talk about that.
Last comment, because he'll be at our door. Wardism says, I honestly don't see how this is a question. It was a clear penalty. That should have been retaken, considering Scott was in line with 2 Hibs defenders. Honestly, just seems like every ref in Scottish football is incompetent. Don't even know how the rules of the game. It's a disgrace. Yeah. See, for me, I think the penalty's debatable, but the encroachment thing just ain't. Like, I just don't get it. Now, they're talking about, like, Roger Hanna, who knows the stuff, is saying because Scott Wright got to the ball, that's why it wasn't retaken. But, like, what about all the other players that were encroaching? I don't get it, man. The rule book needs to be followed, and for the most part, it ain't, and it's a bit of a mess. Anyway, guys, till next time. Peace.